Hey guys, in today's video I ended up playing Blox Fruit for the first time, so you guys are gonna see some gameplay of me, so let's get right to it. Just some of you guys may notice I started recording on level 5, but I ended up recording me at level 1, and apparently this is how the clip turned out. Yeah, as you can see it was a little bit laggy there, so I didn't even decide to put it in this video. So anyway, as to get started, I ended up doing some quests, and I had 15 stat points. So I ended up putting them all in melee because I didn't really have anything else to put them in. I mean, I don't see any point in putting them in defense because they don't do any damage. And I don't have a sword, a gun, or I didn't have a fruit. So I decided to put it in damage. So then I made my way over to the shop, and I wanted to see if I could get me a fruit. And so, I just pressed continue. And I look inside and I realize I definitely do not have any money. Like, I need way more money just to get a fruit. And apparently some fruits can go out of stock, so that's kind of a bad thing. So I just continued my mission using my fist. So I continued doing more quests. After some quests, I ended up going to the shop because I wanted to see what else they had. And apparently you could buy swords, so I thought, why not? Why not get this sword? It cost me 1,000, so I ended up saving up, and I got the sword. I got this katana. Now, this sword was only doing 9 damage, which kind of was disappointing, so I ended up putting some stat points in the sword. And, to my surprise, it was still doing less damage than my melee. So, it was basically just useless. So I basically wasted money and I also wasted stat points. So it was kind of a bummer. I really was expecting the sword to do at least a little bit more damage, but apparently not. So I basically just wasted some money. So I ended up using my fist again to continue. I even thought the sword increased my range, but apparently that's wrong. It doesn't. So yeah. Anyway, I ended up still using my fist. And so I went to the shop and I just looked, and I was thinking about getting dragon, but at the same time I don't want to make this I didn't want to pay to win kind of thing, to or at least pay so much, because I ended up paying for a fruit in the future, and you guys will see in today's video. And so someone in my chat ended up giving me a redeem code, which allowed me to refund some of my stat points, which is really, really good. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Art, if you're watching this video. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you so much for giving me the code. So that really helped me out, and I ended up refunding all my stats, and I put them all on melee. One thing I ended up realizing is that the melee also increases your energy, so that's also another thing to know if you are, starting this game as well. So I ended up continuing. I was doing 17 damage, and eventually I ended up doing all my quests, got to level 10, so now I am going to the next quest, which I have to fight some monkeys, so I ended up doing that. So right now I was already doing 18 damage, and the monkeys were kind of hitting hard, but it's still not enough for me to put some stats into defense. So I just did my quests and using my moves and stuff like that, and just got on the grind. And I leveled up, got a lot of stat points, got level 15. So I still ended up putting the rest in melee because I didn't think anything else was needed. But I was thinking maybe I should put some in defense, since I was kind of getting close, but I decided not to, because I didn't think it was needed at the moment. And I was thinking about getting the dark blade, but then someone in my comments, which I think it was Art, he ended up saying that blades or swords aren't useful until you get to level 50 or something, so I decided not to. So now I was facing my hardest battle. This battle was parkour itself. I couldn't get on top of this thing to get my other quests, and it was just really, really hard. And I was struggling because some of you guys don't know this, but I'm kind of new to PC. This will be my 4th time playing Roblox on PC. And yeah, I'm just trying to get better with it, especially since I'm streaming. So, I'm just trying to expand. But yeah, as you can see, we were doing a pretty poor job. So in the end, we ended up taking the easy route, and it ended up just going that way. Anyway, we ended up getting up here. We ended up getting the quest. So now we have to fight gorillas, and I had to find where the gorillas' location were. So we ended up finding the gorilla's location, which kind of took me 30 minutes to do. But, we still ended up doing it. And the gorillas were kind of hitting me hard. But I was doing 23 damage, so I was still a little confident in my abilities to take all of them on. pretty much. So no, I just grinded my quest, and yeah. So we ended up leveling up. We ended up doing the quest, and we got to level 22. So we ended up going back and doing some more quests. And since we were level 20, we were able to do the quest Gorilla King, which was good. Well, I thought it was good until, well, you'll see. So then I ended up putting in a code. One of the persons in my chat gave me. I think it was Art. So shout out to you again, Art, for giving me this code. This code ended up giving me ×2 XP, so I was able to level up faster. So then we ended up doing the Gorilla King. We tried fighting him, and this guy hit hard, I tell you, like honestly. So I tried to think of strategies to defeat him. I even tried putting some stats in my defense to help me out, but it seemed like nothing was working. I even tried, hitting him on the cliffs, thinking he couldn't hit me, but he still could. By this time, he still kept hitting me, which was just a pain. And he also had this ability, which ended up catching me a little bit later, as you'll see. Yep, just like that, and he got me in that ability. And so he fell on the ground, so I thought it was my chance to hit him. And so I did, but I realized like he's just doing too much damage for something I can do. So, I still tried to fight him for the best I got, but I know I'm on a time right now because I have ×2 XP. I don't want to waste all that. So I ended up thinking of some strategies to help. I even asked Art, what should I do here? Or like anyone else that was in my comments. And, they didn't really know what else to do as well. So I ended up just rushing in and seeing how that would work. And apparently, well, you guys will see for yourself how it turned out. So at this point, I was a little bit mad. So I thought I needed a fruit, like really, really bad. So guess what fruit I bought, guys? Take a guess. If you guessed Blade, you would be right. So I ended up buying the Blade fruit, which is cool. It had a cool, nice ability. It even had an M1, which is cool. But only issue was I was only doing like 7 damage with my M1. But I still tried to fight him anyway, and look how that turned out. So now I was a little furious since I was wasting a lot of double XP, but I ended up putting more codes in, and I decided to buy a refund because I didn't know any more codes that gave me a refund. So now that I refunded it, I wanted to put so much into my Blox Fruit, so I was able to do more damage with my M1 and just my abilities as a whole. So I left some and put it in melee and some in defense, because you kind of want to like, have that balanced. So I was basically like kind of had a glass cannon build, but I also had enough energy and enough health to kind of like maintain the amount of damage, but I also had some help defeating this guy. And with some luck, we ended up defeating him and getting a lot of levels. So that was really good. We gained like 5 levels there. So we ended up putting our stats in. We ended up putting him into melee and defense. And after some more quests, we ended up able to go to the next island. And this island, we had to fight pirates, which is I was a little confused about since I chose pirate at the start of the game. So I was confused why I had to fight my own people. But, I wasn't going to question it too much. So I ended up just doing these quests, ended up fighting these people. And as you can see, they were kind of tearing me up. But with Blade's M1 being long range, it kind of did help me out here. Especially since like I'm not really good on keyboard and mouse. And at some point in time, someone ended up showing me their gas fruit, which is so cool. Look how that looks. That's probably one of the strongest fruits in the entire game, I would have to assume. And that's the fruit I really, really want, but I'm not going to buy it because I don't want this to be pay to win. So that's kind of going to be my goal, to get gas fruit. So we ended up getting level 50, and I started doing more and more quests. As you can see, I was doing more damage with my Blade M1, which is always good. So then, now that I got level 50, I ended up buying a new fruit. It just cost me 26,000, which was like majority of my money. But I said screw it, and I just bought it. So we ended up buying a new fruit, and we got the Quake fruit, which, you know, people were telling me to eat it. People were telling me to eat it, and you were telling me it was better than my blade fruit, but I didn't care because I already had my blade fruit permanent. So I decided, why not? Why not just give Quake a try? But people were telling me it was better and they eat it, so I decided to. And when I first got the fruit, I didn't really like it because it didn't have an M1. And here was my reaction to it.
What's this do? Yo! It's got an M1? Ew, it doesn't even have an M1. What did this guy make me eat? This is better than Blade? It doesn't have an M1. No! Way better? Hold up, let's see how much damage it does. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that did 148 damage though. I'm not gonna lie. But there's no M1 on this.
But with that out of the way, I decided to give it a try, and this is what happened. Yeah, I ended up dying a lot, but still, I decided to keep going and to keep pressuring and to use this fruit because maybe the other abilities were better. So I ended up continuing using this fruit, and it was kind of bad to use because not only they did not have an M1, as you guys know, but the cooldown to the first ability was also very freaking long. And though it had good burst damage, I don't know if it was worth it, but I still ended up using it anyway. Because I had double XP, I just wanted to get it done anyway. So as you can see here, I'm doing some quests, and I ended up leveling up a lot. We ended up getting some stat points, and we're putting them all into fruit, as you can see, so our fruit will be stronger. And then I ended up putting in some more code, so I was able to get more double XP. So we continue our grind, we're level 72. And at this point, I forgot to get a quest, so I felt so bad. I felt like a loser. Like, what is wrong with me? Forgot to get my freaking quest. That happened many times. But yeah, anyway, I ended up getting my quest, and we continue to grind. And at this point here, we even have more people come in our chat, as you can see to the right of the screen. And there were people telling me how bad the Quake fruit is, and people just telling me like how Blade was way better than Quake, and that no fruit was better than using Quake. And honestly, I was surprised, but at the same time I wasn't, because Quake was kind of bad. But I didn't think it was this bad to the point where like no fruit's better. But I ended up leveling up some stats here, as you can see, and yeah, and there's people telling me to just swap back to Blade, to the Blade fruit. This is my reaction to all the comments about it.
What happened to your Blade fruit? Oh, so like I rolled for that Quake, and then Vote told me it was better, so I used it. Using no fruit is better than using Quake. No way you said that. Is that actually true? There's no way Quake is that bad. That's funny.
So anyway, I ended up doing my quest. I continued doing my quest, and we got to level 90. And this is kind of where I ended it off. And this is where I'll give my feedback on it. So in all honesty, this game is really, really good. A little grindy. It reminds me of another game I used to play called Elemental Dungeons. It's really close in that genre, but I feel like this game is a little bit better, mainly because it's more of an open world game. But yeah, honestly, this game is really, really good. And I definitely will continue playing and streaming this game. So if I had to rate this game, I'm gonna rate this game at a 8 out of 10. This is definitely a really fun game and a really grindy game, and it will keep you busy. And if you just want some fun, this game is definitely the game. I do recommend getting double XP though, because you'll be on this game like grinding a lot. But yeah, I guess that's the point. But anyway, if you guys want to catch me streaming this game and more other games, be sure to subscribe to my channel, because I will be streaming 2 times a week, maybe every Wednesday and every Saturday or Sunday or something. And maybe even more times a week. But just know that every single stream I do, I always give away 1,000 Robux, so you can be sure to come in and have a chance to win some more Robux. And who knows, if you guys help me grow even bigger, I might even increase the amount of Robux I give to people. So yeah, anyway, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.